You may think that you're being isolated. You may think that people are acting funny towards you. They're not. They're just showing you that they don't need to be around you like that no more. They don't need to be participating at the level that you had them before. Because you notice, if you notice the pat, there's a pat. Oh, y'all, there's somebody's business. You get what you get. Don't throw a fit. So if you choose to keep allowing yourself to, because you want to be needed, you want to be seen as the good person, you want to be seen as the, I don't even know how to say this word, like you got to be the it, like you want to be the person that people go, oh yeah, such and such, you know, cover my beads up. Such and such, you know, this way, that way, this, that, and the other. They want to be that way. Like, she can, like they telling me like, you got to speak your words differently. Stop acting like you a baby. Stop acting like you so accommodating. Stop being so, I want to say forgiving, but yes, we have to forgive, but you're forgiving, but not forgiving. Like you saying you forgiven, you saying it's over with, you done with it, it's okay, you know, blah, blah, blah. But spirit is saying you on bull crap. You trying to play. And that's why I think that card came out, or maybe it wasn't a card. Maybe I said something like, you know, I'm giving you, you can see it, you know it's yours, but stop trying to make it be when it ain't. You got to be specific and you got to have ground rules. If you want to, like I'm going to get a new car. Right. And so when the person came in and he was like, oh, I got this great deal. And I said, I didn't ask you for that. What did I ask you for? Because I know what I was told was okay for me. So I don't care what they're talking about. And if they say they don't have it, then I'll go someplace else. And that's how you got to be. That's how you got to be with your life coming forward. Because this new this new season that we're going into, this new movement, I'm also giving some healing to some people who got issues in their back. Some of y'all got issues in your hips and knees because you're not using them for the proper, you storing up energy. You storing up energy. You got residue from your womb. This is for a woman in particular. You got wide hips. It's saying you got residue in your womb. You've been carrying bull crap for so long that it all went down to like your hip area. So you got these pains and you feel like you got to move and stuff like that. Maybe the lower part of your belly is bigger than the other. And I'm talking from experience too. But once you release the ideal of you got to be guilty because somebody else didn't do what they supposed to do, or somebody did something you can do, then that's when it's going to come out. But that's what I'm hearing. And it's also time for you to clear that energy. So you got to do some, I don't even know how to do it. Like there are poses you can do to get that out of there. There are somatic poses. There are healing poses. There are dance moves you can do. You need to switch. Oh, that's the word. I heard you. It showed you switch. It said, put your hands on your hip, let your backbone slip. You need to start moving those hips besides having sex. You need to be switching extending your body, being cute, being fancy. You need to do that. Suck your core in again and begin to strut, even if you got on flip-flops. This is what I'm here. Y'all missing this right here. Y'all think this is joke. This ain't no joke what I'm saying to y'all. And when it comes to pass, y'all gonna figure that shit out. Because everybody want instant. Everybody want instant. Everybody want to be told that they the innocent party. Sometimes you are the person, like I said, sometimes the third party that you worrying about is you and your mess inside of you. So we got to start healing the whole being. We got to start healing the whole being. The whole being's got to be healed. Stop thinking I'm going to get a reading on my love relationship, but then I'm fucked up in my finances. Stop thinking I'm going to get a reading about a job when I can't even communicate to people effectively. Or I got poor habits about getting up and getting stuff done. You are held accountable. Even though it's on your timeline and you agree to it, Spirit still is going to hold you to a level of accountability and reciprocity. That's why I say rewarding and reciprocating exchanges. And that first one is with us and the Spirit. All right, this just came out. It's time to take some rest. Like, calm your mind down. Stop trying to solve everything. Like I said, you want to deep dive on everything. That's why I say you should get it in the beginning of the week. I do it on Mondays. I do it on Wednesdays. A 3-day span. So if I give you a reading on Monday, you should give it a chance to manifest by Wednesday. Here. Oh, gee, willikers. Y'all know where I'm at. The internet is not the best, but get some rest. And you see what her mind working on? She focusing on her money. Put your mind on your money and your money in your mind. Some of us are just too busy. Like I said, the spending, you think you spending strategically, but Spirit is saying, no, you're not. You're not spending strategically. You're not spending strategically. Oh, y'all are so good to me. Okay. All right. What time is it? Yep. And then I said the retreat, September 12th through the 14th. I have 6 positions left. If you're staying at the house, it's $1,500. If you're going to find your own accommodations, but you got to be there when we start and you got to be there when you leave. I would hate to be the person that tells you knocking at the door, but we're not opening the door. Once we start sessions, we don't open the door. They open every morning from 6 a.m. to 8:30, which is right before we start, and they shut down at night. And so if you like, no, we got stuff to do. If we go out into the community or we go out into the nature and you sitting in your car, you want to join us, fine. But as far as stopping, opening, no. So it's $1,500 if you want to come to the house and stay with us for the 3 days, or it's $1,020 if you want to just be a participant in the retreat. Again, the retreat is 3 days of soul stirring, soul sabbatical, healing, and extension. It's about getting a reading when you first come, or maybe that week before you come, you have your private reading with me online. I give you what you need to do when you come to the retreat. There's a series of programs that are set up that are going to address the needs of the group. And then we do other activities, plant medicine, healing rituals, ancestral journeys, water baths, water rituals, fire rituals. We do things that are going to support you in healing and making your life more in alignment, right? One time this lady came, she really needed to get better at her career. She was being phased out of her career. So I spent that time dealing with her, and I called a friend on a teleline, and we let the two of us help her develop a plan and a business. So when she left, she was ready to start a business. She actually started that day because I actually bought some stuff. Some other people did, because she good at what she do. But sometimes you need to get away in order. That's why it's called soul sabbatical, inner healing. A sabbatical means you're letting go of all your normal duties in order to address you, or to, do a specific deep dive study. So you're going to deep dive into yourself. It's $1,500, $1,020 if you don't want to stay at the house with me. That's it. You'll still get the meals if you don't stay at the house, but you just won't have a room. You just won't have a room. Hey, baby, you won't have a room. Come on and book your time. I do have a payment plan, but it is in September. So this is July. So July, August, September, we got 3 months. Divide that $1,000, into 3 payments, maybe 6 if you get paid bi-weekly, but so it's usually a $500 deposit, and then we work it out the rest. Okay. All right. That's that. And then if you're a couple and you want some encouragement, some support for your marriage, for your coupleship, for your relationship, whether you're married or not, if you consider yourself a couple and you're serious about improving your relationships from a spiritual, financial, mental, and emotional component, I'm great. Then come on and join me in October 17th to the 19th. And then somebody who booked said, oh, that's Sweetest Day weekend. This is perfect for us, right? And what we do at the retreat is similar. We're talking to you. We're dealing with your situation. We have some goals for you for the weekend. You come in with your partner. There's games. There's an activity. There's a dress up night, and you get to dress up and have like a real party dancing. And then we do a committal service on that Sunday brunch where we recommit you to each other based upon the changes that we've experienced in the last 72 hours. And then you go home and go back to work and keep being vibrant and great with that too. So Yeah, that's what we do. So thank you for being here. That's what I do. I do have my tingers, my oils, my yoni steams, my what else? I don't know. I always try to say, I don't know what to say. Candles, herbs, all that stuff. But let me caution y'all on some of that shit too, right? Let me caution y'all. Everything is not for you. Hey, loving. Everything ain't for everything, right? So like I posted my justice oil and I posted my green light oil. So green light oil is like what you would dress like your candles with. You might put a little bit on your hand, a little bit on your body. What's what I want to say? Oh, okay. It's like blessed oil or anointing oil, right? It has certain herbs, certain prayers, certain things were done. So certain ingredients are there to support you, right? You can use it for that. The justice oil is when you want to get justice, right? You want to have justice over a situation. Maybe it's legal, maybe it's relational, maybe it's educational, right? You want to get justice in the matter. You want things to calm down. You want to pull in the energy of that oil that's rooted like in Shango energy, like in Ogun energy, like Oya energy. You feel me? So that's what that's doing. If you don't know those names, it's okay. Just know those are essences of the divine that are put into this, and it work. And you got to be careful. Like when you got to use a dropper. Don't put justice oil on your skin. You can put it on something and keep it on you, but do not put justice oil on your skin. I'm just saying, because there are some things there, and that's the thing to worry about, right? When you ingesting stuff, or the Florida water. I make my Florida water fresh. I don't use company-based Florida water because I know what goes into it. I know what I was told to go into it. I know what the intention is. The Florida water, right? I have one that I use for cleansing my tools, ones that's used for cleansing my altars with an S. There's one that is used for me just to kind of spray through my house and spray over my doors and wash my doors. There's a floor wash that I created. So there's different things that you can do, right? So if you join the academy, we go deeper, and I want to say this, it's not a religion, it's a spirituality. We do rituals. Yes. So that part is religious because there are certain rituals you do, right? But it's spiritual. It's spiritual. You is so crazy, girl. I'm about done with you. I'm coming to get you. Okay, yep, I got it. It come in a 2-ounce bottle for $10. When y'all spend more than $40, y'all, everything is shipping free. And I have the Florida water in 2-ounce, 8-ounce, and 16-ounce. But it's not expensive. $10 for 2-ounce. Right? $15 for 8 and $20 for 16-ounce. So it's real simple. It's real easy. The reason why I talk about the green light oil so much is because I remember when I first got that recipe, I was like, what do I do with this stuff? He's like, put this, put this, put this, put that. I'm like, right? And then it said, use it. I was like, oh, I know what that is, but I've never. So then when I put it in there and I touched it and I had the vision, I was like, I get it. So like I said, join the academy. It's $25 a month. You will get one major master class, which is about an hour and a half once a month. The third, usually the third Wednesday of the month is Mondays. I do a mini master class or a mini lesson, in the academy that allows us to have that. Yeah. So it's really cool. It's really cool. The academy is nice. Somebody was talking about it yesterday. They were like, wow, yesterday's class was deep. I said, well, it's not that it's deep. It's the simplest things that open us up. It's the simplest things that open us up. Everything is not, wow, woo, it's not firecrackers all the time. Sometimes it's just a little sparkler. Sometimes it's just the one pop. What's the little things called snakes that you put in the ground? It just is real simple, right? Sometimes that's what it is. And sometimes it's just a deep breath, right? It's just a deep breath. It's just a deep breath. And the more that we accept that, the easier it becomes. But you want to have community. You see this right here? This is the Life Alchemy Academy. You see when you elevate yourself into that, you have a chair and it has the 7 life structures all around it. So it's a great space for you to, come and deal with. As I said, it's $25 a month, $200 for 12 months, whatever that is for you. But you do what's best for you. But what my commitment is to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to learn, flourish, thrive, heal, and expand. That's it. And leave a legacy of the same. Mm-hmm. Some people were saying that. Yep. The replay coming. Yeah, it's going to come. We had a glitch in the middle where I had to kind of got a glitch at the very end, but we're going to edit that out so you don't break concentration. But definitely the replay will be available for paid members. Yeah, you'll get the link to watch the paid member site because it's up. Yeah, I also dropped it in the group yesterday. And, a couple people came in because they saw it in the group. And then some people just was like, okay, it's Sunday. Like, I had a great weekend. Okay. All right, let's see what the realist deck has to say. Y'all all right with me? Tell me, say you all right. Type in the comments, say you all right. However you need to say it. Say you all right. Mm-hmm. All right. You good? Wow. I like these cards that are coming out. Yeah, I like these cards that are coming out. Yeah, because, what happens is we find ourselves going through all these changes and experiences. So I just pulled these cards from the Realist deck by Andrea. I always forget her last name, but she's a nice lady. I had the pleasure of seeing her, meeting her at a conference before. I don't see a link in the post. Yep, it was in the comments in the group. Thank you, my dear. All right, so I got 2 cards from the Realist deck. The first card that I got was 505, which is changed. Today is a 5-day, a 5 energy day. So it says indulge. Indulge, for me, what I hear is that you need to start taking some time off for yourself, some self-care, being mindful, and then get creative. Right? You need to indulge in yourself maybe a little bit and get creative and start speaking the things you need to speak, producing. Some people think that a feminine energy is all about, I don't. Y'all, hey, sorry about that. 5 energy. 5 energy. 5 energy. Create, indulge. So I think you need to be indulging yourself into some self-care. And self-care is not self-maintenance. Self-care is mental, emotional, physical needs being met. Self-maintenance is getting your nails done, getting your hair done, toes done, everything right, hair done, nails done, everything tight, right? That's maintenance. That's maintenance. Self-care is taking care of you, your mental, your spiritual, your emotional, your physical body, right? Your finances, business plan, all that stuff is self-care. Anything that helps you have longevity, expansion, and peace is self-care. Breaking up with people, saying yes to people, right? Yes, but this 5 energy is about transformation, change. Oh, I like it. This card grants you permission to take part in the finer things. Enjoy creature comforts. Buy yourself something pretty. Take yourself on a dinner date. Make a sweet treat. See, it said indulge. See, that's self-care. Last week, I got the message to make rice pudding and bread pudding. So I did. It was so good. I even went and bought bourbon to put in there. The alcohol runs away. But I needed that little taste. It was so fulfilling. And I put some on my ancestor altar. And trust me, I'm telling you, my life was illuminated. I'm just telling you. Oh, yes. This is not no game. This life can be beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Here we go. Oh, I forgot. It's blue. It say create 41. Create goes back down to 5. It says the element is water. Woo woo. Water is the flow. We are the flow. Make art, build something, throw a new recipe together, make beautiful shit. Make really terrible shit. Just make something. This card suggests getting back into the motion of creating and tapping into your creative force. Don't fret over monetizing your creativity, posting or social media, or the opinions of others. Find what you like to create again and do it. I'm telling you, everything is not for everybody. Some stuff I do, y'all will never know about because I don't want y'all to know because it's for me. Some things I take very secretive. People say, oh, you got a beautiful voice. You can really, oh, I can sing. But I don't like just singing because people say sing. When I sing, I understand that my voice is a part of a process. Yes, yes, yes. Heavy on breaking up with people. I also said you might have to say yes to some people. Right? Because we don't want to get into the energy of always breaking up, always leaving. I was telling my other group that, do y'all remember when we used to have to get permission? They would tell you got to wait 3 days before you put a spell on somebody, before you do any group work on somebody. You have to wait 3 days. Do y'all remember when the elders just say, don't rush and do nothing? Don't do stuff out of vengeance. But now everybody's doing everything out of vengeance because their little feelings hurt. Your feelings supposed to be hurt because now you're supposed to go into and find the lesson and figure out why it is as it is. Right? So this is what we're talking about, improving, harmonizing, expanding on ourselves. I'll share something with y'all, and I'm going to be doing a lesson in the group about ancestors. Everybody here has ancestors. Everybody here has a spiritual family, right? A divine family. Everybody has a physical family. And so when people say, oh, do I have ancestors? I'm like, how the hell you can figure you don't have ancestors? But anyway, I digress. I say that to say that when you get into relationship with the wholeness of you, when you realize that anything that's a part of you that you say is evil, demonized, not working for you, that's the moment you need to stop and get to somebody that can support you. Are you with me? You need to get with somebody that can support you, that can guide you through this pain. When you keep repeating the same cycles, that's a generational choice if you recognize that choice. Say yes to a new person. That's fine. And you should, because we don't wait for people. I tell people this all the time. When you have a twin flame, when you have a soul, everybody's your soulmate. I'm y'all soulmate because we get along. Those of you that are in my community that we're constantly staying together. I'm one of your soulmates. You're one of my soulmates. Yeah. So soulmates, you have multiple kinds. Your cousins can be a form of soulmates. Your siblings, your mom, like soulmates. They're created at the same time because y'all remember that and y'all connect. A twin flame, as people call it, right, means that these are two energies that were created at the exact same moment with the idea that they would come together and magnify their individual contributions and create some together. But that's a challenging thing because until you meet that person, right? Until you meet that person, they've had scars, you've had scars, you've had wounds, they've had wounds, they've had understandings, misinterpretations, and you have too. So now you got to walk through that. That's why they often say twin flames will go like this. They'll come together real hot and heavy, real tight, and then all of a sudden they'll go away because it gets too hot. It gets too hot to handle. But here's the thing, we don't chase. It's all divine. It's all aligned. So you have to be patient knowing that person may have to go away even if they come back prematurely, they may have to go back to finish, because you're going to keep evolving, and you cannot go down to the level they are in and pull them up. They have to be willing to come up to themselves. Even if you're accelerating at 10 and they only at 7, at least there's movement going in the same direction. That's the whole thing. Everybody ain't your twin flame. Just because they feel good, they have sex with you well, or you can always depend. That is not your twin flame necessarily. It's not. It could be a soulmate, high level soulmate. It could be a good friend. You know, when I was younger, I told people, just because they got a boy part and you got a girl part don't mean it's supposed to be together. I'm just saying. My twin is the one I walked away from. Well, there's only certain things that will tell you. No, because if it's your twin flame, it wouldn't be, it's no anger, it's no bitterness, it's no malice. It's just like, okay, imagine, if you can imagine something is stuck together and you know, what's the thing that we use with steam? I can't think of the name of what it's called, but it's like if you put steam on it, it slowly separates, right? It slowly separates, but you see it's right here and it's here. They still here. It's not going, oh, I'm devastated. And now you like this. No, that's not how it works. Join the academy or pay for a full consultation for $125. And I can go deeper into whether or not this person was your soulmates, a lesson, a karmic lesson, a soul lesson, or your twin flame. I can tell you that. Ask Melanie. I love you, Melanie. It has been a long time. Right. But those that are dragging you down could be karmic lessons that you need to get it. Right. Sometimes people come into your life right before your twin flame come to get you prepared for your twin flame. And you be like, oh my God. And they just there to teach you that you got to stop some of that foolishness you got going on. Good. Yeah. We don't waste our energy on stuff like that. Okay, baby. Okay. Oh, it's 40 after anyway. Y'all should be posting y'all questions. Y'all big sister Melanie just told y'all. Go ahead and post y'all questions. Yep, it's 40 after, but y'all know we were talking good. And that's what I'm saying. I don't want my podcast to be like everybody else's podcast. Push energy. Push energy. Oh, they're going to leave me because they don't get no reading. I'm not here. Look, I'm not a vending machine. Let spirit guide you. Yes, let spirit guide you. Let the essence come upon you. Absolutely, positively, so it is. I didn't throw you in front of no bus. I just said, you've invested into a full consultant to find out about your areas of life. And I'm saying, all right, so I love you. All right. So, important. Okay, let me go back up. All right, so we're going to get into the reading part. I think today I'm going to pull, so tell me, should I do deck 1 or deck 2? Deck 1 or deck 2? Type in the comments when I call you. So when I see your question should have your question, and then you put 1 or 2. If you want extra, if you want a second or clarification, or you want me to do a mini reading here, you can send $20 over to Cash App for a full reading, $10 for a second question. And that's over at Linktree. Yeah, Linktree. Okay, y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? All right, let's get started. Melanie typed hers first. It says, wanted to ask when would be the best day to go into my office and return stuff and get it done. Thursday, go right before you get ready to eat your lunch. Whoever this man is trying to woo you back in, no, because see, that's a burden. I'm gonna lay down my burdens down by the riverside. And remind yourself that this relationship, the relationship is shifting. The relationship is shifting with these people and this company. And while we have gratitude, we are not tied, bonded to them. You see this rejuvenation right here? That's rejuvenation. You see this? This is spirit carrying you to your rejuvenation. So you breaking the bond because that shit was breaking your back and your mind. And I know it's again, but remember we said everything is a new start, new beginning. That was the word today. That was the word today. Will I get a job? I went to an interview today. Did y'all say 1 or 2? Saturday said deck 2. Okay, so deck 2. All right. Y'all give me a second because y'all know I got to work this thing by myself. Okay. Will I get a job? Will I get the job? I don't feel like you want the job. This particular job you went to go get, yes, you are in need. I don't even like saying that word. Employment is a priority for you right now. That's a better way to say it. Employment is a priority for you right now, right? It is a priority for you, but this job you interviewed for today, I feel like the answer is yes, you will get the job, but it ain't really what you want. So keep looking, my dear. Be honest with yourself on what type of job you want. Sometimes we do stuff for the sake of doing what's usual and expected of us. But here's the card that just fell for you. Individuality. Maintain your individuality. This number condenses down to 8, which is infinite possibilities. So be your individual self. Allow yourself to be pulled into the community that you need to be pulled in to get this job. But what you interviewed for today, you can get it. You can have it if you want it. The spirit is saying this ain't what you really want to do, is that job. Yeah. Individuality is so important. You got to know why you're doing what you're doing. Everything has to be intentional. Everything has to be intentional. You can't be spiritual on this thing, but not that thing. And it will convict you, because I tried to eat something I wasn't supposed to eat. And I was like, oh, I was so guilty. I was guilty. It says, you are the one. The card means this unique gifts are being heightened at this time. The space only you can occupy, a role tailor-made for you, born to stand out from the crowd, be recognized for it. Fitting in is overrated, Sade. You may feel ostracized or misunderstood in your non-conformity, but it's a small price to pay for being special. That's all I want to say, my dear. Thank you. Will I get a job paying more money? You about to mess up your spirit stuff. You about to mess up your timeline. You're not settled. You about to mess. That's the first thing I heard. They said, oh, she about to mess up her. She ain't grateful. I'm not sure if you were online when I gave the reading or the information, the message from spirit. I gave a message from spirit that talked about, you see it on your timeline and then you're not specific. And then you want to get upset. You want to get upset when they give you what they give you. You feel me? But you got to make that work and prove yourself that you can handle that and make it work. You getting distracted again. And because I talk to you a lot more than some of the other people, I can tell you that I remember telling you that spirit said for you to organize your house and keep your money straight. Don't be spending. And I think that message we talked about earlier today, I said somebody in here is spending and they claiming they doing out of necessity, but spirit is saying, no, you're not. Stop spending. Focus on your money, your mind on your money. It's not about a job. It's about you learning how to trust that the places you are worthy enough, valued enough, and you are overqualified enough to be in this place. Shadow work, bam. You chose deck 2. That number reduces down to 9, which is completion. You got to go within and you got to let go of all I know it's hard when people beat us up and mess with our self-esteem, beat us up and mess with our confidence, beat us up and make us feel like we've been abandoned, or people, we get used to people looking at us some kind of way and we can't even believe that we have made all these accomplishments and we haven't found ourselves. I'm telling you, settle yourself, Tosh. Settle yourself down right where you are. Speak over your life. Reclaim back your identity by going inside and stop acting like you don't have power and strength. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. That's why everybody seems like they pushing you over and you feeling guilty because you ain't being who you're supposed to be. You're not being who you are supposed to be. What do I mean by that? Is that you're trying to act. Remember I said go back and listen to the front part of this business. Element is water, flow, interrogating shame, reframing harmful this is the book. I didn't even have to read the book because I know what Spirit was telling me. That's why I tell you all these cards and shit, just for really reinforcement for people. This card calls on you to face the parts of yourself that you have been taught are bad. Look within the dark corners of your psyche and your heart. Consider the gray areas where there's no part of you all good or bad. Have the courage to face what you may have been conditioned to believe is unworthy. And seeing light as you are worthy. All of you. Seer, I hope you heard that. Hope you heard that. It was at 49 minutes in. So go back and listen to it if you have to. Definitely. Stay where you at. Don't be moving around. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Yeah, when you join the academy, you pay for a 30-minute reading, and you get an hour reading with me once a month, and you get the master classes, the mini classes on Sunday afternoons at 2:00. You also get opportunities to get special access to things that other people can't get access to, because I'm going to come to my community before I go to the public, right? I'm going to go to y'all. Okay. Hey, Medina. What's your deck, baby? Did she pick a deck? Sierra said, I'm staying where I'm at. I hear you. Okay. I'm going to give you deck 1 since you didn't pick. I really feel like this time for you, don't be scared. Don't be afraid. Don't let the things that are happening in the past make you afraid to enjoy July. That's exactly what I heard. You need to get off that couch, holding on to your knee, and get up and look at the options and the possibilities around you. You're looking at what was, what happened, what might. But what about the other scenario that it might actually work out? It'll all work out. Because they telling me you got that new beginnings part that we talked about earlier is all about you. It's about you looking and seeing other options, other perspective, other ways of doing things. It's about you looking beyond It's about the dependency that you have for other people to prove that they accept you as you, when without you, they can't be nothing. They can't have even the minimum they're giving you. Like You're my soul's inspiration. And if I didn't say, I do now. You're my soul's sensation. That's what you are to other people. But they treat you like you're not, like you're a problem, like you're doing too much, like you want. But Spirit is telling you, start looking, look around, look and see what we got waiting for you, baby. There's something coming for you, baby. Look for it. Go wait for it. Go see what the possibilities. Do you want to swim there? Do you want to walk there? Do you want to ride there? Do you want to pull it in it? Do you want to create it yourself? What do you want to do? Because it's time for you to also, two of them came out, by the way, just want to tell you this. You see her eyes are shut, but also her spiritual, her eyes are shut and then painted black on top, right? So it's trying to block. There are blockages, emotional, mental blockages that are telling you that what you thinking, what you feeling is not okay. Sure it is. Sure it is. Bit bop, boom. That's what you need to be doing to some people in the spirit and in the mental. Will everything go according to plan when it comes to my trip next month? Yeah, I do feel like this trip for you is going to be very good. I also feel like this trip is going to prove to you and motivate you to make some other kind of change that you're trying to make. I feel like it's going to be like a confirmation of what you've decided to make a change about is actually what's going to happen. Absolutely, positively, so it is. You said deck 1. Yeah, this is deck 1. Hey, let's get physical. I want to get physical. Let's get in the physical. Let me see your body work. Your body work. Yeah, this is what I was saying. I was saying that you're going to realize that your physical body and has to match that soul and that mind and that spirit that is reviving, that is becoming more evidence. So can y'all see that? It says body work. And it's going to reduce down to 10, which is going to reduce down to 1, which is about leadership, taking hold, taking the initiative, doing what has to be done. But it's saying body work. It's not about your body being perfect. It's about you have things that you are concerned about that may be causing you challenges. And Spirit is saying, work it out. Yes. Physical check-in, your wellness. This card calls on you to return to your body. Send loving thoughts and kind words to your vessel. Eat when you are hungry. Stretch when you are tense. Sleep when you are tired. Drink enough water. Create opportunities for gentle movement. Your body is your home. Physical restoration is necessary. I'm talking. I was meant to walk through fire. You welcome, Medina. Y'all know I love feedback too, right? Y'all know I love feedback. So whenever y'all, so your trip will go well, Jacqueline, but it's telling you to, I think you're going to have a revelation about your body. Like you're going to make a greater commitment. So I'm not sure where you're going or what's going to happen, but it's just telling me you're going to have a greater commitment to that. Hey, Diamond, do you see me getting more in tune with my spiritual gifts? Yep. When you are, that's why we tell people to join the academy. You need community and you need, and because our family is the way our family is, it's a lot of spiritual stuff in our family. So you got to settle your mind and not ride the coattails of the aunties and the uncles, but you got to ride the coattails of you, the wind of you. That's what Spirit is telling me to tell you, is that your gifts are going to come when you humble yourself and allow them to be present, not just, as I said earlier, on that, when I want you, then you there. No, it's got to be a continuum that you feeling into it, because the family line. The family line. So you part of that family line, and you got to start standing in your, you also got 2 cards. So I guess this deck really want us to talk today. Dime, you got 2 cards from deck 2. The first one was the 3 card, which is the Big Queen, standing in your harmonic energy, dressing yourself up. And when you dress yourself up as someone who is of substance, of quality, of nature, you need to behave that way too. Because there's justice waiting on you. Mm-hmm. There's justice. There's justice waiting on you. There's a balancing of scales. There's some things that need to be you need equilibrium in your life. And part of that is because you're not giving in to this type of energy. Your bloodline. You know who Diamond. Don't play. You know what I'm talking about. You know what the bloodline is. Yes or yes. You know the bloodline. This picture is right on time. When you put this on, this is about tapping into spirituality, recognizing your feminine beauty, your innate opportunities and wisdom that is in you, holding on to who you be authentically, not allowing people to make you shapeshift because they want to be upset. So you got to prove to people. No, you don't prove nothing. The dream state is going to help you. When you go to sleep, ask the dreams to show you what needs to be cleared. That's for free. Hey, Nova. Okay, this is deck 2. I've been feeling a bit different lately, wondering if something is changing with my gifts. Why do I have to sing for you? But it's telling me to, and I'm in my lower register, which means it's wanting there to be some heart work. There needs to be some heart work. Heart, Heart. Do you feel that on the back of your neck? Or did it come across your face? Yeah. 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 That's what Spirit is telling me. You are being called to a higher place, but you heart heavy. And the role that you're going to have to play requires you to release some of that. You've misconstrued loyalty to physical stuff, places, people, and things for loyalty to the things that are spiritual. It's time for some libation. It's time for some, and you notice I've been pulling all these major cards for y'all. Y'all powerful. This is Father Sims. He pouring libation. You got to honor some parts of you that you haven't, not just ancestrally, but your spiritual family feels very disappointed. Like is there a B name in your family that's your spiritual family? Is there somebody, Betty, Beatrice, Benny, something with a B name? I'm going to search you. Hold on, let me lock you so I can see you. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking. I am Sister Efua. Thank you for being here. Go check out my website. Come on over. Be part of the family. Join the academy. Let's have a good time. Anyway, this person came through. And I also heard the word Bruja. Bruja, B-U-J-A. That's what B-R-U-J-A. That's like a Latina, or I can't say Hispanic, but Hispanic person who does like spiritual work, that has the gifts of spiritual knowledge. So your gifts are not changing, they're heightening. And they're wanting you to stop suppressing some of them because you have a conflict internally. That's what I say. Your great grand. Okay. Yeah, because that's what I heard. That's what I heard. All right, dear. Thank you. You better be who you be. Anybody got time to play with you? Be who you be. Be who you be. I'm just reading y'all messages as I'm trying to go back. My Milwaukee girl, Milltown Power. Yeah, so yeah. Yeah, yeah. You got just be who you be, Nova. Be who you be. That's all I can say. You're welcome, my dear. Y'all are funny. I done unlocked it, and then all the messages from the very beginning of the program came in. Diamond Nova. I think I'm back. On the rhythm. How will your interview go for this internship at the sports agency? Why do I feel like you like force this? Like you really, like you just say, oh, let me do it. Can't play with your life when it comes to this stuff because this is being gifted to you. Don't do it because it's comfortable because you like the team. I hear somebody else say. I heard also that, you kind of do stuff because it's quick. It's your fame and your notoriety is not going to be contended upon following necessarily in the footsteps of others. So like somebody might tell you, well, you know what I did? I went and I hung out at the gym where I know they do their scrimmages at. And I ran into a player. We ended up drinking some cucumber water together. And then he was like, oh, well, why don't you, write an article about me? And then he was like, blah, blah, blah. That ain't going to be your story. Your story is going to be based upon the creativity and the nuances that you bring. It's time for some daydreaming, and I'm thinking of you. That number is 4. That's about stability. Your visions, your dreams, your accomplishments are going to come from your creative side, from you grounding down into the knowings of the things you see that need to be improved upon. You're not gonna ride the coattails. Yes, they opening up the door for you, but for you, when you get in there, your thing that people are going to remember about you is that you have this unique way of bringing a certain nuance, a certain flair to it. And whatever it is, it's something about writing too. So I'm not sure if you may need to start writing articles about different things and giving your opinions if you don't want to be in front of the camera. But I really feel like you are that person. I just saw Sports Illustrated. I don't even know if that still exists. But I feel like you need to be writing articles, giving responses, opinions, putting yourself out there in that capacity. And this says daydreaming. This is air energy. This is about communication, vision board, dream journal. Once your most ambitious dreams come to fruition, it is time to set out in pursuit of your dreams and of new ones. Consulting your dreams is a fierce reminder of why a daily routine is worth it. Being too grounded in the less glamorous keeps us stagnant, apathetic, and even depressed. This card calls upon you to use your dreams to plan your future. I didn't even know. I'm just saying. Love you. What's coming for me in the next 2 weeks? I see you got a little attitude. You said, Deck, what? All right. Hey. All right, let's keep going. She said, what's coming for her in the next 2 weeks? And you want Deck 2. All right, Deck 2. What's coming for you in the next week? Well, first of all, I get that you got a little attitude, like you really are standing in your And I'm saying snake attitude in a good way. Like you got that attitude, like this is me. I'm on it. I'm taking care of me. Like you either ride or die. You out. You I cook, but you not here. Okay, don't worry. We gonna call this meal prep. Like you're not allowing anything to bother you. But what spirit is cautioning you on, make sure that your intentions for doing that is not to expect that others around you. I see something about work, and then I see something about home. So don't do what you're doing with the intention of hoping that the persons around you will see that you've changed. Change because it was time for you to change. Yes. Right. Time to pull the tapes. So I saw that conflict, right? So right now, what you got to focus on is what's hidden for you personally, not the situation with your nephew. I'm talking about you personally. I'm talking about you personally. There are things that you are doing for you that require you to go ahead and do that shadow work, keep doing that shadow work, and also being able to accept the things that you know are going to come out because of that shadow work. Again, when we do shadow work, we're not doing shadow work because it's going to harm us. We're doing shadow work to release, to let go, to evolve, to see what's really going on. Deal with those people at that place. That's also a message too, I hear. They saying that you got to stop frequenting environments that's not for you. Yeah, we don't argue with people. And that particular man is very arrogant, very stupid. Yeah. Okay. Let's keep it moving, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for being here. So yeah. So Tamisha, your next 2 months, the next 2 weeks is going to be about reflection, about growing, about coming up with ideas, seeing some patterns that have been stifling you. Yep. Hey, love. Should I go get my master's this year? You want to get you want to get your master's this year. I say yes, go for it. But it's also telling me to tell you to focus on whatever your schedules are and obligations you have. There's some that I know you're like but then what I'm telling you is telling me to tell you that yes, you can go to school, but it's saying you must not only just go to school physically and do the tasks. They're wanting you to create a discipleship that allows you to flow. Because it's time for you to have your piece of pie. You see this money in the pie? The future is there. It's your success. It's your balance. It's your growth. It's your honor. It's your expansion. It's picking up where you left off. I just heard you got out the car premature for somebody else, and now Spirit is giving you the door to come in, and you're gonna build a whole new car and repair the whole road. So definitely go for that master's program. It's definitely the right time for you. It will take you back to discipline and to see your value. You don't need the masters to prove to people that you're smart and that you got this. But they're telling me that when you do this, wow. It's time. You should have been did this. You had a chance last year too, huh? Hey, lovey. Thank you for the feedback, my dear. Hey, love. Just trying to get my life back on track. I feel like I'm a little bit off. Any suggestions? Deck 1. You another one. You got to shut your mind down and you got to close your ears up. You thinking that you don't have enough or something, but Spirit is saying, I got you. All I want you to do is to choose you. I want you to choose you. I want you to choose you. And when you choose you, you're going to start manifesting. Things will come off your timeline into where you need to be. But right now, you're not saying stuff like, I'm great. My voice matters. I am love. I choose courage. Abundance finds me. Abundance is me. Wealth, money, credit is my tool. It's my servant. It likes to circulate and grow. I'm looking forward to the next visit. I'm looking forward to the next deposit of money that comes along in increasing increments of $1,000 or more from multiple places for multiple days in multiple ways. You got to get into that energy. You still worrying about, but what's going to happen to them? And listen, stop borrowing money out to people. I get that you also are borrowing out money to someone who has a job. And that doesn't mean that person that has a job doesn't necessarily have challenges. What I'm telling you is Spirit is telling me to tell you stop. So you can manifest for your own self. The energy is 2. The energy is 2. The card is manifest. The card is manifest. It says manifestation techniques, affirmations, visualizations. You are the magician and the alchemist. Speak truth to your desires. Take aligned action. Gather your resources. Pour your heart into your goals. This card means that you are at the peak power right now and have everything you need. Control your thoughts and words. Is that not what I just said? Spirit ain't gonna lie. It's only one spirit. When people tell you there's more than one, it's only one spirit. There are essences of that spirit, which is where we get this ideal of angels and Orisha, Lawal, all of that. So that's what I heard for you, my dear. Does Spirit have a message for me on what I should do with my current career path? I feel a bit conflicted. You feel conflicted because you want the simple ways back. You want the simple ways back. I'm going to pull you from deck 2. Just take a couple of deep breaths for me. Like make your belly. And you might even feel like you want to, if some tears come, let them tears roll down because you're in the nostalgia of what used to be and what you got into it to be. And it's not that anymore. So you need to let that mourn and sit for a minute. I feel like you should be doing some type of consultation regarding whatever your job is. There's a niche that if you were to make it, you could become a consultant and still make your salary or more. That's what I heard regarding your career. You're in the nostalgia of why you chose this career. And now Spirit is saying, but now will you choose you? Now will you choose the fact that there's a part of this, the evolution that I have for you? Damn, you got the same card. 2 cards came out. This is the first card. We know what this is about. It's time for your piece of the pie. It's in your future. It's guaranteed. Don't worry about it. You don't have nothing to worry about. But then it gave you this card too, which is also talking about you planning. You see this? Planning, healing, going to spirit, having a relationship with spirit. And again, it's not about church. It's not about the mosque. It's not about becoming this, becoming that. It's about taking the time out to act. Just consider when you hear a message about spirit that you're asking to listen to your breath. Just focus on your breath. Is it inhaling? Is it exhaling? How fast is it going? Why is it going like that? Is my belly rising? Is my belly not rising? Is my chest rising? Is my chest not rising? Do I feel a difference when I take in an inhalation or not? That's what we're talking about. So the career that you should have is that you need to try to figure out how to carve out a section Whoever this is, I can't say, I just say messenger. Whoever said, am I taking donations? Yeah, you can always send me a donation. The Cash App is greatly appreciated. I thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Yeah, you feel conflicted because you kind of want the nostalgia of why you took the job and you used to the steadiness. But if you use your salary, your monthly salary as the base for your consulting fee, you'll be all right. I said what I said. So that means you can have 3 people, 4 people paying you your monthly salary in 1 month. I said what I said. Yep, you better get back to it. That's what I heard. Do I need another job until I finish school? You need a conversation. I hear you need a conversation. I feel that you're trying to do everything to prove that you are worthy, to prove that you are good, to prove that you are better, to prove. Spirit is saying, stop it. You don't need another job. You don't need another job. You don't need another job. You need to have you need to openly communicate what the responsibilities are and allow other people to help you. That's what I said. You don't need no second job. You don't need it. You another one. You need to focus on your health and your body. Stop standing up eating. I'm guilty sometime of that too. There's some things that have to change in order for you to benefit from everything you're doing. That includes your schooling. That includes home life. You gotta tear down some old ways of thinking, some old behavior and patterns. This number is 7, and that's about perfecting. So I told you 7 is about mastery this month. It's going to force you to make things better. It's going to force you to change and shift from doing things that only you can do. Right. We don't do that. We won't have time to do that. That's why it's telling you do a crumble. That's why it's telling you things are about to crumble, because when things are not on a solid foundation, they always crumble. So you're going to have to start being more open, honest, and true to yourself first. Destruction, unwanted shifts, liberation comes with loss. Liberation comes with loss. This card means that there are cracks in your foundation you can't ignore. You're shaken to your core and left wondering where to go next. The question what you are building, who you're building with, and why. The silver lining, whatever fails was destined to crack. A breakthrough will come soon. That was your card. I've been having chest pains. I'm telling you. We don't do that. We don't do that. We do not do that. We let that go. You too, dear. Thank you. No. Thank you for the feedback. Yeah, I feel like you need to, I don't know why I feel like whatever your job is, there's like one little piece that is really essential, that if 1 or 2 people were to focus on it, it can make some money, and that's what you want to do. I heard the word evaluating. I don't know why I saw something about a computer. Oh, okay, we hope not. So I think I got everybody now. Everyone has been serviced today. Thank y'all for allowing me to serve you. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your day. It is greatly appreciated. As I said, I'm trusting I can see y'all in the academy. If you want that, go right over to my page, click on the links, and we make this thing happen. You can do it, but you got to speak up. And it's going to hurt you to speak up because you want to be Superwoman, but Spirit is saying it's time for you to stop. It's time for you to stop. And I know you're afraid. That's why I said, first thing I said, it says she's afraid. But Spirit is saying if you don't take this chance now to speak up for yourself, it's going to be a challenge. And I said that at the beginning of the call, the beginning of the podcast, I said that I heard Spirit say new beginning, and it's on your timeline, is what you want is yours, but you got to be specific and you got to be accountable. You got to correct what needs to be corrected so you can have what you need to have. All right. Blessings, peace, everybody. See y'all again next time. I'll be back here on Wednesday. Thanks for the spiritual tea time with Sister Efua. Talk to y'all later.